Hello, it's Miss Latasha, and our science experiment today is called Fog in a Jar. You might be thinking, what is fog? Fog is basically clouds. In the morning time, when you go to get on the school bus, or you're in the car with mom or dad or auntie, brother or sister, and they're driving down the road and it's early in the morning and you can't see anything, all you see is clouds all around you, that is fog. So we are going to make fog in a jar, and then while we're making it and after we make it, I'll kind of explain to you what's going on. You can do this experiment at home with a parent or guardian, and make sure you get permission first. But it's real easy and simple and quick. So the first thing we're going to do is get our materials, which is a glass jar. A mason jar is what I am using. You'll need a lid. So you can take the lid off of it because your lid and your jar needs to be separate. You'll also need some hairspray. Miss Latasha is using her olive oil hairspray. Let me kind of put that out the way, but so you can still see it. We'll need some hot water and some ice cubes. Okay, so I'm going to set these items aside so it's not crowding your view of seeing the experiment. But the first thing that you'll need in front of you is your mason jar, the lid, and your hot water. So we're going to pour the hot water into the jar. Not all of it, just a little bit. So we set that out the way. And then you are going to put the lid to your mason jar on top, but upside down. See, this will be the correct way, but we want to flip it upside down. And you're going to cover the top of the mason jar. Then we are going to put ice cubes on the table. Yes, on top of the lid. We need ice cubes on top of the lid. You can leave the ice cubes in the bag. Miss Latasha wants to be great and take the ice cubes outside of the bag. I'm going to close my bag back up. Move that aside. Okay, so we have our hot water inside the bottom of our jar and ice cubes on top. Next, we are going to take our hairspray and we are going to spray inside the jar, probably for about 2 seconds. 1, 2. After you spray inside the jar, you're going to put the lid back on top of the mason jar. So, as you can see, there is fog forming inside the mason jar from it being from the warm water and the cold ice. There is condensation inside our jar. But when we take the lid off, you can see the fog coming out of our jar. Wow, that is amazing. So I repeat, if you want to try this again, just make sure you put your hot water in the bottom of your jar, put the lid on backwards, put some ice in there, spray with hairspray, put the lid on. I say wait a few seconds so you can make sure the inside of our jar gets foggy, cloudy, that's another word. And you'll take the lid off and you'll see the smoke or the clouds. which is the fog coming outside of our jar. So basically what happens, air, everything inside the jar, meets a cool surface, which is our lid. It creates our fog.